So excited to have everybody here today. What another absolutely amazing day we have here in crypto. I would just like to point out, how amazing. Oh, where'd my little chart go? I just hide that. Where'd it go? Come back here. There it is. I would just like to point out how absolutely amazing the Vamps calls are. Okay, now you can be prepared. You get to call me out. You get to call me out for a whopping. Hold on. Let me get it in here. I want to be able to let the trolls troll me for a second. $32.10. All right, so I will take it. Let's let the trolls get out there and let's let the trolls troll up on me for missing my target by $32.10. Wow, what a great call. I did miss the top end right here. I do beg for your forgiveness. We did come down here to the 8K. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at here. We show where we got caught. So we basically came down, got snagged on the 4-hour 30. We got snagged on the 4-hour 30. This is now going to act as resistance to us. Now I still have us wanting to go down and retest lower here. Great trades. I'm still sitting in that same short. Now I was so exhausted last night. It was funny. I was literally as like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to add on to my short positions last night, and I failed. So I will take that. I accept the failure. I also accept missing this by $32. I will, they're so close. So close, right? Wow, what a great, this is the dump. Now, do I think this a dump? Is anything attributed to the SEC announcement that we had out today with the Winklevice that came out? And I am going to pull up my troll mail on that. So we did have a pretty big announcement today with the announcement that the Winklevoss ETF thing was denied. So I'm going to bring that up over here. Now I did post this article, and this is what a lot of us have been talking about. Ignore who applied for this. So this was the CBOE who did apply for this, right? And people think that this is still the CBOE. Now I want you to read this center sentence right here, right? And this is really what it comes down to. This basically says, hey, this is manipulated. This market is manipulated, right? This is what this says. And I look around and you've got, oh no, Vamp, you're wrong. This is different. This is totally different. No, man. Come on, you people. Wise up. This is not different. We all know that this space is manipulated. I personally, as the Vamp, know people who manipulate certain tokens. I mean, I know people who control entire ecospace markets on specific tokens, and they knowingly do it. And they do it for months and years, and they wreck people, and they make a ton of money. And listen, it's hard to get mad at people for making money, right? If you want to get into this space, you got to understand the risks, and the risks that we all understand, we all should understand in this market, is this market is manipulated. There is a very few people who own the majority of the Bitcoin that is out there. You have a small group of miners who have a massive position of Bitcoins that they just are sitting on. You don't even realize what would happen if the miners just got on here and dumped all their coins, right? You guys don't even understand the impact of what would happen. I mean, we would be down to $1,300 a Bitcoin in 2 days if the miners just popped on here and started dumping all their Bitcoin, right? They have a bunch of Bitcoin. You've got the whales, you've got a bunch of people. This market is manipulated, and there's no regulation. everybody, oh my God, it's decentralized. The market is decentralized, and that's what makes Bitcoin so great. And yes, that is what makes Bitcoin so great, is that it is decentralized, right? That it is not controlled by any specific government. But that also leaves it open to manipulation, right? And that's what's happening. That's what's always happened. We've always known this. To be surprised that the SEC isn't wise enough to say, hey, come on, guys. Bitcoin's manipulated. And what makes you think that the next announcement that's coming out is going to be any different, right? What makes you guys think that all of a sudden today, the SEC today just said, hey, Bitcoin is manipulated, and you guys have an expectation for what, 3 weeks from now? That all of a sudden the SEC is going to come back with a completely different viewpoint on Bitcoin? Come on. Come on. You're killing me. Right? It's we all know it's manipulated. We all do. Come on, these ICOs, the whole game, it's manipulated. Right? And our job is just to make as much money as we can in this market. And listen, this is what the game is. That the game is for us to be ahead of the whales or to run with the whales. And that's all it is. It's no different than any other big business, right? Our job as traders, as is people who are influencers, which I would like to be, considered that as an influencer now in the game. I would like to be the first one to say that I understand that my job is to help you all stay ahead of the whales, to stay ahead of the curve, to stay ahead of the trends so that we don't get caught up in them, right? That's why I spend all this time. That's why I do all this research. And all of us, this is the goal is for us to make money. People who follow me, I want all of you guys to make money. Right? But also making money means that we also have to be realists, and we all have to understand that, in order to make money, we need to swim with the big fishes and just not get eaten. And that's what we're doing, and we're making money doing it. My people are making money doing it. Our group is making money doing it. Right? And that's the key. I love this game. It's exciting. It's exciting. You guys are all in this also for the rush. Right? I get it. I'm in the rush and I'm feeling the FOMO in Scroll. Right? I feel the FOMO. I feel so close to feeling what all of you felt in the end of 2017, to feel that every day you wake up and you just want to have your pinky in the air while you're sipping your coffee. You want to slip on those nice warm fuzzy slippers, check out your portfolio, and just be so excited at the green, green, green. I'm there with you guys. People call me a bear. I'm not, dude. Being a bear sucks. But I am a realist. And I want us all to be prepared. We all have to, and we should. Listen, do I think that announcement caused this crash? No, I was expecting this rejection here. I was expecting this retest. I mean, okay, maybe Vamp has some inside information. It's possible. I mean, we're not saying that the Illuminati is not real. We're not saying that, people are out there, smarter people playing big power games, but it's this, as long as you're in the group, and you're in the know, that's all that counts, man. You don't have to be at the top. You just don't want to be at the bottom, right? And right now, the people who follow me, you guys, I give you guys a really good pathway to make money, right? And I have to say, I am 100% on my trades, 100% on my trades since the 18th. 100%. Haven't lost a dollar. And I really started just tracking then. But I mean, ever since, I can't even, it's hard for me to remember losing a trade. Right? And that's the key. Don't tell anybody. You're not supposed to tell people, first of all, you're a vampire. But it's okay. You guys don't know who I am. So no harm, no foul. All right, let's take a look at where we're at today in the Bitcoin. Let's see how the Illuminati's, I mean, the Vamp's bubble charts called this today. Okay, so got right up here. Oh, go figure. Poked into the red area, right? I was hoping it would get a little bit higher. I think we kind of did, we were close up there, and then we just folded over. And oh my God, look at this. We landed on a purple circle. Wow. Go figure, right? Go figure. How about that? Can we give an amen to the bubble charts? Can we get a little bit of amen to the bubble charts? Right? Amen, bubble charts. Man, are they good. You don't even need the vamp. You guys have the Illuminati's bubble charts that guide you on your way. Right? There you go. Bubble charts nailed it again. Now, I am telling you guys, there's this ain't over. This pump up here is not over. So you need to all be warned that there is still the opportunity to come down here and test and make a second attempt at to make another top here. So we need to all be aware that just coming down here and getting this big retracement doesn't mean that this is totally going to fall out, right? In order for this to fall out here, you need to fall below. So you need to come down here, falling below the 100-day on the daily is bearish, right? So falling below this 100 day down here is extremely bearish, all right? Now, you've got a lot of confluence down in this area, right? I'm still looking for this area to hold us up into here somewhere and to get a bounce. I'm looking for this to give us a bounce and to give us just one more little oomph up here. But losing this support is detrimental. So this would be losing this support would have us coming down, and you would be looking at this is where you would be looking for your next. You'd be looking right in here somewhere. So losing support here, you would bounce down and you would be looking to get caught into this area somewhere down here if you lost the support here. Now you do have a lot of support here. We're going to kind of click through our support layers here. And so there's, if you're in a long right now, you don't need to totally panic. Let's see if we can find some. There you go. So there's the 6 hours. So you got the 6 hours, got some support up here. And I know the 4 hours got some. There's the 4 hours. So we're trapped on the 4 hour. There's some more support on the 4 hour right in this range. So you got 4 and 6 hour support right here. Let's see what we have up. See if we have anything on the daily. All right, there you go. Look at that. So you got the daily support. So we'll widen this out a little bit. Okay, so you got a second level of support right here. This crossover is not going to do anything for us on the 2-day. This is the 200 and the this wouldn't do it. The only crossover we would be looking for would be the 7 and the 50. If this does come up here and make contact here, you would have a really good trade scenario where you could get that little push up. That's still 4 days away, maybe 4 days away from closing that out. Now, we should have had the brand new 3-day candle start. Ooh, man. That there looks like a very, very bearish candle right there. Right? Now that there looks like a really, really bearish candle. So you had the spinning top, which signals a coming reversal. Right? You now have this massive shooting star candle. You are on the support of the 50. Your next support level down is 74 to 7,200. Let's see where we put our support. Boy, that's a wicked. Seriously. All right. First of all, I can't tell you how disappointed I am with this 3-day candle that happened down here. Yeah, that's a mighty good looking bearish candle right there, boys and girls. Wow, I'm looking for another candle that's similar to that, and I ain't seeing it. All right. Yeah. Okay. So I am going to move my arrow. I think we might get a little bounce maybe up, but then I'm going to look for a retest down here. I'm going to look for a retest in this range right here. So I'm looking for a retest of 74.54-ish. Okay, and let me tell you, if that doesn't hold, I am right now, wow, I am 50% that we break lower than this, and this turns into a death cross. All right, so let's do this. Give me 1 second here. Before I put some notes up on the board, I want to look at the 1 day. Spinning top candle, good call for a bear. This is a great call. We called this out on the daily. We have no help from any crosses below. So the daily just gave us a nice bear candle. This is still a very bearish candle that we had right here. This is not a candle that's going to help us to turn around at all. Yeah, this candle doesn't help us out for rejection. You do see that we are just about to tap support on the daily. So we already know that that's a support level. Let's see here. Oh man. Yeah, see, we got a long time to close this candle out. Now dropping down to 7,400 makes this like the most monumental shooting star candle like ever. Going too low though can turn this into like this right here. This can kind of turn this into if this drops too far down, this could turn this into a bullish candle though, and you would get a bounce up. So if you got something like this that played out where it was just this wicked wick. Now remember, this is at the bottom, so this was a perfect bullish candle right there, right? But if this falls down too far, I'd have to take a look at that again, but I don't. I'm just telling you right now, this looks like it's at the top of a trend. We'd really have to blow past this candle to wipe out this candle. Today is Thursday, so we do have what? So we got, I mean, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so we still got 3.5 days left to finish this candle out. But this on the 3-day looks really bad. Right? And that's a closed candle right there. So yeah, so Vamp is calling. Vamp is calling. I'm having a hard time. I still see maybe a little bounce up here, but I'm really having a hard time not calling this down to here. I'm not calling this down to right here. And let me just, there you go, like right in there. I mean, I think we have a, let's just put this as a, I'm going to say 25% chance and 24 to 48 hours hitting 7,300 to 7,400. Okay. Now, if we do come down and we hit this and we don't bounce off really solid, this would then create a death cross, in which then we would start to look at a second trading scenario here. So our 8K buy walls just got murdered, ripped right through our 8K buy walls and our support right there. I did hit my target, so that's good, but it just ripped right through the 8K buy walls. All right, so let's go up here. Let's just make a couple notes here, okay? So let's start up here. So at the 3-day, so we closed a Jesus Christ, inverted hammer, bearish. I mean, would you call it a shooting star, an inverted hammer? All right, so there we go. So we got that. Great call. I'm sorry. Ooh, yeah, 3 days. So let's go back to the daily. So the daily really gave us the. So let's check out our 2-day. I don't think our 2-day closed. No, it did not. I don't think the 2-day. I don't think this is a new 2-day candle. I think this is still open. 2-day candle doesn't help us. Daily candle. So all we can look at is this. This is just a bearish candle. So we're going to look at the daily. So the daily is a bear candle. 3, we have no TD count. But we are going to say that, so the daily doesn't have a 3-day count, but we are going to say that this is a new bear candle, technically trying to open below day's bear candle. All right, so that is bearish. Let's run this down to the 12-hour. 12-hour, no help with that candle, just like a simple long line candle. This kind of was like a, I don't know what that was right there. It tried to be an inverted hammer. What a weird candle that was. 6-hour candle that closed, didn't help us. So we don't got a lot of help. Our next level of support, so we're going to 77. So on the 4-hour, let's peek at the 4-hour. So we're on support on the 4-hour. The next support is 7,700, 7,750. Next 7,750-ish. That's 7,730 right there. So 30-ish. Okay. We are below the 30 right on that. Let's see our 6-hour. Yeah, so there's our 650, 7780 support. So we've got next support levels. We've got 7780 and 7730. Below that, we're going to go right down to 7400, right? So breaking that, we would look for 74. I'm just going to call it 7400-ish. So I would call 7400-ish. Actually, we'll do this right. Let's do 7320 to 7400. All right. Like, we're in a, like, pretty much a do or die situation right here. It has got to hold. We did hit the 9. It was a imperfected 9 there. We did hit the perfected 9 on the daily. Let's take a look at our counts. Not helping us out. I still would like to see this test here and give us a second. I'm still going to leave this here. I still would like to hold right here and give this a second little oomphy oomph and just give, even if it's lower, even if we have a lower push back up, I would like to see the attempt at a second top over here, right? I mean, I called it perfect. If I'm going to bring up my ETH chart, my ETH chart just called it perfect. I had a second top on my other ETH chart too. It just nailed it and then fell out. Okay, so let's bring this over. We're going to do this like this. Let's, okay, the bubble charts. 6, damn you, bubble charts. Okay, the RSI chart. Now, here's the issue on this RSI chart, right? So if you look here, the next support is down here. But let's do this. Let's take a look back. So I want to go back here, and I want to show you guys that last time we had this particular situation, all right? So here you go. Look at this. So we came up here, all right? We fell out. So we fell out here. And then we rallied and kind of just, now the RSI kept going down, but the price action kept going up. So this is something we really got to get down here and dig and look for these look for these bounce zones right here of confluence that are going to give us this push back up. This is why I'm thinking I would like to see a double top here. And to me, the RSI is still in a bullish position. RSI is still in a bullish position. I still would like to see come down, test this 76, 7,700, test the 100-day, the 100 MA, and then give us a pump back up. Right now, this was a more substantial drop. The moves here are a lot smaller in nature, so the moves are greater in nature here. You know, so we could possibly look for just less of a retraction here and then a push back up. Now, the announcement today definitely didn't help that news, and yes, it is FUD. We don't have any crossovers here on the 12-hour to help us out. Now, falling from this area, we do have a catch point. It's not far down here where we would look to bounce. So let's put that back on the board. So let's bring this back up and... All right, so we would be looking, so it has bounced here in the past. Where did it bounce before? Where did you bounce before? Oh, there it is right there. So bounce, oh, there it is right there too. So it bounced a couple times right here. It's bounced quite a numerous amount of times. So you got one here, right? There's one right there. So it's good. Got another target here. Good bounce. Got another target here. Good bounce. Right. Got another target. So these are all. Look at there's another one here. So this line has got a lot of oomph on it. Right. Come on over. Come on over. You did get one here. All right, so let's go hunt these down. Let's go hunt these bounces down. All right, so here you go. Ooh, rocket bounce. Rocket bounce. Right, that was a rocket bounce right there. Same thing. Look at this. This is a rocket bounce. So both of these bounces that happened right here, when this came down and tagged that, these are rocket bounces. Same thing, rocket bounce. Wow, this might be a green line. Let's go over here. Yeah, look at that same thing. Rocket bounce. Nope. No, this didn't help right here. But we might just slap a green line down here. Let's slap a green horizontal right here. Just on these ones. All right, these are not purple circles. These are green circles. All right. Oops. Green. Okay, there we go. So we got green circles. Let's keep moving down the line here. Okay, we had another one right here. All right, this one is right here. No, this is just a bounce. So that was just a bounce right there. All right, so this line can go both ways, and then this one right here was definitely just a bounce. So you got a purple and a so you've got purple and green on that line, which is really interesting. Okay, so listen, the trend right now is bullish, right? You have to be bullish right now. Right, I want to take a look at this one more time. Let me peel this up here. Rip this off. All right. So looking up here, I am saying, so we drop down. See, now we had this was a much larger drop here, and we did see a larger price drop. We saw a pretty substantial bounce, nice big fat bounce, and then that was it. So if you look this area, so let's say we got a bounce right here, right? If this area came back up, if we got back up to this level on the RSI, you would be looking right now. So this would give us a double top. Let's say we came down here a little more and then poked back up, you know, coming back up to this level right here would give us a final fallout. Remember, as I tell people all the time, falling out, being high doesn't mean you're bearish. Being way up here, I don't think that sounded right, but being up above, super over in the overbought area does not make you bearish. It's actually a bullish sign, right? This is actually bullish. You know, it's when you get down here lower that you start to get into the danger area, right? So you know, you can see we didn't fall out. There's where you fell out. Now the bad part is we fell out here, and that was the top. We did hit that same level. I mean, exactly to the T. We hit the exact same point. If you follow this all the way across, from there, the highest point fallout, to there, the highest point fallout, we did the same exact thing. And then look here, you had this little swoop up, right? You had this little swoop up, came down, little peak, came down, poked up again, and then just crashed, right? And you gotta watch this. So you came up, down, peak, down, up, crash. Right? So we gotta really watch this level right here, because falling out this little piece is a bad mojo place to fall out of this little one right here. Right? And you can see that. So you fell out here. This was just detrimental to crypto. But then you also fell out. Look, this peak and this peak is right here. That's a 2,000 point crash from there to, I think it was 3,000, 2 to 3,000. And then this one was like 6,000 or something, 5,000, whatever it was. 6,000 point crash. So there's a 6,000 point crash, and you got like a 3,000 point crash. Both fell out from that exact range. So yeah, you got to be. This is a bad place for us to fall. This little tick right here is very bad. It's very bearish to fall out from. Doesn't help us out. And I just want to kind of see how. No. Yeah. All right. So let's just watch this. The bubble charts have been insanely accurate. So let's keep an eye on the bubble charts and see what they got to do. You know. This is tough. This has got to hold. This has got to hold. The 200 MA right here, you got to hold 76 to 7,800. I would like to see one more little push back up here. That's what I would be hoping for. Just to fall straight out from here would tell me that this peak is where we're at, and we're looking at this fall from here to here. So if we just keep falling here, you know, if we just keep falling here and this just keeps going, we need to be afraid. Now let's look and see what else we have on this side. Now, the good news is we're on a green line. So that's the good news. So we're 50-50 if we can hold this line. This is either a green, it's either a small bounce rejection, or it's a green rocket back up. So that's great news. So it's really good news for us. And let's just bring our chart back up. All right, so All right, so we are on, so we're going to label this as a green circle and there we go, and a purple circle. So if we can hold this and bounce from this, this is great. This is bullish. So, and let's mark this. So we'll mark this, and we'll mark this green bull run and purple bounce. And I would say, so I would actually say that this was, there's more purple, there's three, it's 3-2. So let's just say 3-2. Okay, let's go like that. All right, so we have 3 purple bull runs off this line. And there they all are. And we had 2, we had 3 green bull runs and we had 2 purple bounces. So all of these are good if this holds. If we can get a bounce from here, this is good. This is great. If we can't hold from here, then this is just super sucks. And our next stop down here is right here. Okay, so if that can't hold, then we would be looking to go to here. And that would be a bounce. That'd be a purple bounce. Okay? So we're going to get rid of this. I don't think, if we rally here, we're going to rally. We're going to get a, it's tough. You know, you got to go back up through all this. Got to go back up through all these resistance points. The good news is coming back up here, these are a lot of weak resistances. So you're going to just be able to kind of come way back up through these. It's not going to be a real issue. And then it's usually pretty hard. So we're going to label this green. This I'm gonna call it a bull break. All right, great. Yeah, bull run. We're gonna call this a bull run. Okay, so now this does bounce. So even if this holds here and it bounces up, we still then, let's see what we had to do to make the magic happen here. Okay, so it did bounce. Look at how high it made it up there. It didn't make it that high, and then it crashed back down. Here was your bounce as a rocket, your bounce as a rocket, your bounce as a rocket. Here was the last time it bounced, it made it up to that point and was rejected. Okay, so now let's go over, so we have 2 points. So let's say, so what we're going to do is we're going to do this, okay? Oh, that's super easy, right? Look at this. So this white line, we're just going to call, right, that one right there. Where'd the bounce go? Where'd the bounce go? There it is. Yep. Okay. So we're going to say break this. Let's delete that. We're going to break this. And very bullish. All right. And we're going to make this white. Okay. Put that right there. So now everybody gets to keep an eye on this. And you can all say, oh, Chart Vamp said if you break that, that's extremely bullish. So if we do get a bounce here, we come up and we break this, we all know to be extremely bullish, okay? And that means we're going to get a nice run up, nice fat. So, you know, you could, if you get a break on this, how I usually play these is if I do get back up into this area, I go ahead and I hedge a long and a short is what I do. So I'll hedge out a long and a short play right there. So that's what I would be looking at doing right here in this particular area. Now, if this does bounce out, if we can't hold this right here and we just continue to drop, we would be looking to come down here and test that area. Let's go ahead and we're going to take a look at where that area could possibly land us on the RSI chart. So let's peek here. where does this go? Oh. All right, and oof. Yeah. Got it. So it was right here. So this is where this happened right here. So here's that purple circle. So we did get this purple circle. So this bounce did come from the last run up we did. There it is right there. So we were right in this range right here. So we got two of them. So we actually got two bounces off this. Right? So that was a good, this one of them was a good bull run. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add another line. Put that right there. Right, and then this one that did fall down a little bit lower. Yeah, just a bounce. So we're looking good. You know what I'm saying? We've got some good options to get some nice little bounces here. Even if this does fall lower, this is kind of where I'm expecting this double top. You've got to make it all the way through this to not get a double top. Okay? So we've got to make it all the way through these lines. Both of these circles, we got to make it through both of these in order to not get a double top. So don't get too excited, bears. Right? You got to get through both of these circles to, and we're going to put this up here. So bears have to break. We're going to put bears to break circle zones. All right. Okay, got it. Okay, there we go. And then what we'll do is we'll just leave this up for everybody. All right, so we're all the way down here. So there we go. All right, just want to make sure everybody can read that. The bubble chart magic happened. I'm going to move our pinks down. I'm going to move our reds down. Green down. There we go. All right. And the purple, yeah, this is a purple too right here. So this is a stacked purple. All right. Okay. So, all right. So we're gonna now we've made our calls. All right. So the calls are on the chart. All right. So we're good there. Let's go over and take a look at our MACD. Now our MACD is a lagging indicator. So here last time you can see as we did come up here and kind of did all this confluence area, kind of like we did here. We got this sideways action. We got this sideways action right here. Kind of bopped around a little bit, then did fall out. Here was your fallout right here. Now look, I mean, this thing fell out of the literal sky. This thing just fell out of the sky and the price went up. So this is really tough to call. I mean, you know, you're going to just watch this for bounces down the way. Like you see, kind of came down here, hit this purple, right? This purple called a bounce, you know, came down, stalled on the purple. It did call a bounce. It's a lot harder to call the MACD chart than it is. So the MACD chart is not near a bounce right now. So let's be clear. The MACD chart is not calling a bounce right here. The MACD chart does have a little more ways to go before it does call a bounce. You know, you want to try to get both the charts to agree with one another. You want them to correlate together so you can make a better decision. So we just don't have a bounce. Let's see here. So we got one right here. Let's see what this did. What did this do? Yeah, so we did get a bounce right here going up. That's not going to help us. Need a MACD bounce coming down. Yeah, it's just these are tough. I mean, it kind of looks like you do have a small, you know, we could possibly play out a small, it's real tough in here. I mean, this is just a lot harder to play. Yeah, I don't like that line. I don't really like that line right here. So if for an easier confirmation of the MACD, I would see this falling farther. Now, once you get down into here, you've got a long way to go before you get, you know, so it's got to come all the way down here. It's got to find somewhere to support, or it's got to come down to here, and it's got to bounce up and then bounce down. Now, the good thing about the MACD right here is where we're at here, breaking back up over this line does make this bullish again. So coming back up over this line, this is a bull line. So if we were, this would give us a double confirmation, not only in the MACD, but on that green circle we also have on the RSI chart. So this would give us a confirmation of a second bull break. Now, how prevalent is this to being this high, breaking down and breaking back up? It's a lot tougher, right? Now, breaking down, getting down here, breaking back up still gives us a second top. So look, see, you came all the way down here, and then just little, you know, just this is all sideways action pretty much. This little peak right here just gave you the last oomph, came into the red cloud area. This whole red area is just absolute rejection city, and fell out. All right. All right, there we go. So once again, going down is not bearish, okay? It is not bearish, even though, you know, this is not bearish. Now, to be bearish, this needs to break down here somewhere. I want to see this break down here if I want to stay bearish or go bearish. I'm more bullish right now because we're above the 128-day line, but this needs to go down here and then get rejected up. You know, now we are in the orange zone, right? So this is the orange zone. So the orange zone is a rejection zone, right? So if we came down here, bounced here, and only got back up into the orange zone, didn't break the white zone, this would be bearish, okay? All right, and all right, let's pull this over here. All right, so now we're gonna, last one, 7. 7 is MACD says going down is still going up. Okay. If I can make this any more confusing to anybody, you guys just let me know. All right. All right. Oops. Yeah, we're gonna have to adjust. We're gonna have to do this. So we're gonna have to just bring everything down here. I'm gonna reduce the size of this. Let's get this way down here. All right, just want to make sure we see where our targets are. So I'm going to say target 1 is right here. I still think we'll get a little bit of a bounce, possibly, and then we would look for a second. This would be that would be the second target right there. Looking at this bearish retracement here. All right. We have to rally right here. This breaks lower. So this, looking at this green chart right here, looking at this green bubble right here, right? You've got to say this has got to hold here. You know, now we're on this, so I would say this is for this to be a let's just say that green bubble chart. Let's just say this is the green bubble chart range. Okay, and then we'll make this green. Okay, so if the green bubble chart range breaks, see, because we're right here, so you would break down to right here. Right, you think that would be right there? What do you think? You know, let's see, you know, maybe right down there, right? That look about right. So, yeah, there we go. Doji, how you doing? All right. So I think if we get down here and we test this bubble, this would put us down here in the range where we've called, right? And I'm going to put this right there, falling down below the 100 MA. So this, I would be looking at the 100 MA range. This would be the 100 MA holding. If this 100 MA breaks, now there's a lot, it's not just 100 there. There's like a 50 there. There's some things on some other timeline charts, but this is the area that's got to hold. I mean, I see this coming down here. It's hard to correlate this, but I kind of see this as the green bounce area. So if it comes down here, we break this, we're SOL. It's just going to go lower. I'd like to see us come down, hit this right here, give us this bounce back up. This would give us this second top. I still would like to see a second top here. Okay, so this is what I have up here. All right, so this, we would get a confirmation though. We're looking for a confirmation. This just doesn't look good right now. It doesn't look like this is going to hold, right? Just doesn't look like it's going to hold. So I would say give us one more oomphy down. See, this right here tells me, listen, there's this I would have, okay, if this were right here and bouncing right here, I would say, oh yeah, look at this. This is good. You know, this bounce, both correlating. That would give me, then you've got this 7 MA right here. This gives me a lot more hope. You come over here, nope, we're below support. Nope, doesn't help us. This is still 100 points down lower. So, you know, you're going to come down next. You're going to come down right there. Now I haven't moved that. That bubble's been there for a while. Look, here's our original bubble. We're still off that bubble right there. But we're super close, and I'm gonna squeeze this bubble up. That's just this really big bubble. Let's make this a little bit smaller like that. Okay. Can you guys see that at the bottom right there? Let me see my screen. Oh no. Let's pull. Is that it? That better? Let me slide this up just a little bit more. So I want to make sure everybody can see that. Okay, there we go. All right. Wow. God, this just goes so fast. All right. So I'm going to stop recording right here, and then I'm going to take some questions, okay? People just don't like to watch the videos when they're like 3 hours long. All right. Do you guys think I should keep recording? What do you think? Do you guys want me to record as we do the alts? Do you guys want to record it? This show is already 57 minutes long. Yes or no? I'll let you guys decide. And all right.